We are live on Blue Skies and Kush Clouds TV. I'm your host, Kush McLeod. I have a very special guest here today. I got Sage. That's how you're going to know him from Facebook and stuff like that. He's all over the place. He's not a hip-hop artist. We're doing things differently. But like I said from the beginning, it wouldn't be only hip-hop artists that I'm interviewing. But this guy's very active in the hip-hop scene. And other scenes that we're going to get into. So, tell these people what city you're repping.
Currently, I'm in Scarborough. I've been there the last couple of years. But,
Beautiful.
Originally, I guess most people know me from Barrie.
Okay. That's originally where you're from? You grew up?
I'm like the military kid without the military. Like I've been fucking everywhere.
All right.
Like, all over southern Ontario, from like Brockville, Smith Falls, Kingston, all the way through
Moving
Belleville.
around all over the place.
Spent 2 years out west in Vancouver, Edmonton, Manitoba.
Wow. You get around,
A
man.
little bit of everywhere. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, it was kind of odd because, I done some work with Ill Vibe and stuff like that, and he's the one that put me on to you. And I think I first met you at Saudi. Survival of the Illest. You're a judge.
Judge, yep.
So I don't really know even where you came from. You just kind of
appeared. Me and Illy go way back.
Okay.
Back like Barrie days. I don't know, 2002, 2003
okay.
type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Through mutual friends, I got put onto like his first album that he pretends doesn't even exist. That's Ill Vibe is Sick album.
Okay.
It's pretty hard to find.
Dope. Yeah, I didn't even know he had that, to be completely honest. So you guys met at that point. Were you doing what you do now?
Pretty much the same, yeah.
Okay. So you've been doing this a long time. And by this, I mean he's an artist. But visual artist, I guess you would say.
Graffiti artist. We can just jump right into it.
Graffiti artist. Which actually, I know a guy that wants to. He wants you to decorate a wall for him, a whole wall.
Yeah.
So that's a guy named Mike Swade. Mike Swade, get at him. I'm gonna leave all his contact info in the chat area. So later on, you can reference it and look him up. Adam, he'll do a wall. I know you're excited. You're kind of looking for people to.
Yeah, this summer
do full murals and stuff, right?
This summer I want to do a lot more physically painting. The last couple of years has been tough.
Have you been around, like outside of Canada, doing tagging?
Yeah, I've painted New York State, Pennsylvania, Ohio. A little bit when I was in California, like mostly tagging when I was in California.
Okay.
Shit like that. Like I was quite a bit younger and just like preoccupied with touring more so than painting at that time. So, but
I've seen your work. I purchased some of his work. He's done my logo for Kush McLeod. He did my logo for Riot Studios, which we still need to get to Riot Squad, but we're getting there. But he's done both those logos for me, which I love. Who else have you worked with and done logos for?
Logos for Ill Vibe, Heavy Ox Records. Before that, I've done CRE Entertainments.
Big Ups Fat in Philly.
Last one, I think they just recently switched it up. They go in with like a more like cleaner, kind of simpler look.
Okay.
A lot of designs going like a little bit simpler, like
Yeah.
geometrical type stuff. So I think they've switched it up for a while. Who else? Ivy Lee from Barrie I've done recently. Working on a few Poetic Civilians out of Barrie, Definition out of Barrie I'm working on right now.
Both of them just performed, I think, in Barrie last night.
Yeah.
Ill Vibe had a big show last night.
Barrie's like...
Apparently went really well.
It's got to be in the water up there because like, some crazy kids come out of that city.
Oh, yeah. So outside of... we obviously you do logos. Tagging, stuff like that. I've seen you do something with clocks. where you can customize clocks or
Yeah, like I'll take the clock and I'll rip it all apart, and then I'll paint like the back. And then I just put it back
crazy
together.
work.
Yeah, the last couple I did a Public Enemy clock. We put it on a chain.
So the clock was
like it's Chuck D and Flava Flav. Flav is wearing a clock, and then it's a clock. With it.
Oh man,
there's a nice picture of LS wearing it.
Very dope.
On Facebook somewhere. What else? The other one I did was Old Dirty Bastard. Was the other one I did recently. So.
Bomb. You know what I'm thinking about doing? Getting a lampshade and have you tag the lampshade so when I turn it on, it like illuminates. Anyways, that's my idea. Don't steal it. So where did the name Sage come from?
It was just kind of came from like a nickname from high school. Like when I was running around in high school, it was like people would come hit you up with gossip. Oh, you know, so and so, this is going on. It always seemed like I kind of already knew what was going on and shit like that. So from there, I got into like Brainiac, and from Brainiac, I just took the step to Sage, and off I went.
Crazy. And Sage is everywhere now. I see him on Facebook. You have a Twitter.
I do. Twitter at SagesBeard. Instagram at SagesBeard.
That is so awesome. Okay, so the beard. We got to talk about this. Like, the beard almost has a personality of its own on Facebook. This thing should have its own account. Like, it's everybody's talking about it. You know, people calling him all different things. Like, I've seen Gandalf, a whole bunch of Santa.
Oh, it goes through
ZZ Top.
I got an argument with a dude at work 2 weeks ago. He was like hands down for sure that I was Muslim.
Wow,
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Like, where are you getting this? Like, and he would. I was like, no, I'm not. And he just wouldn't take no for an answer. He was just.
How long you been growing that thing, man? It's angry.
This is about 2.5 years. I don't trim it. I don't do shit.
It's just angry. It's like, yeah.
I was talking to we were headed. Where the hell were we going? I mean, shit. One of the events. Oh, we were going to Style and Flow in Belleville.
Okay.
And we pulled off the highway, and we were getting gas, and just off to the left was Team Beard Canada. It was just like this big cube truck that was broken down. So we're like talking to them guys and stuff, and a couple of the old guys that I've talked to about it, he's like, if you're serious, like, you don't touch it. 5 years, don't touch it. He's like, once it hits 5 years, you can start grooming it, and braiding it, and doing all kinds of crazy shit and stuff. So I don't know.
It's like Duck Dynasty.
Yeah,
going on in there, you know, like a bird or something would camp out in there and make it a home. It's fucking awesome. So are you a part of Heavy Ox? Is that?
I think unofficially, but I don't make music, so I'm just like that guy.
Yeah. But you're behind the scenes of.
Yeah, like I don't have too much input. Like I talk to like Definition a lot and stuff like that as far as just general hip hop stuff goes.
Have you done anything for Mac Vibes?
We were in discussions about a logo and stuff like that, like a while back, but just between schedules and stuff like that, I haven't got that far yet. But we talk to off and on. And then,
dope. He's doing his thing too. Heavy Ox is every artist is doing their thing, man. Definition's crazy. I think he's even rocking the beard now.
He is.
They're all going in on these beards, man. Like, fuck Movember. They've taken it to a whole new level. That's awesome. So you are your own company, though.
Yeah.
And are you looking more to do tagging now or logos? Like, where are you headed in 2014? What can people kind of expect from you?
Well, as like a visual artist, you're kind of on like the hook to do everything. Like, if you want to survive, you want to eat off it, you pretty much have to do everything.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I got into graphic design. Was just out of necessity to eat food.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And sorry, when did that start? How long you been doing it for?
I started graffiti in 1993.
93.
Which is way back.
Yeah.
And then around 97, I started doing like legal commissions artwork. I went to college for art, so around 2000 I started exhibiting artworks, stuff like that. Like it's hard to pinpoint like when I started doing specific things, but graphic design came quite a bit later. Like
and you've been tagging for how long?
93.
93 is when you started tagging, made your first tag. And what you work with Big Ticket as well. I think you've done some things for them. I've seen you present a whole bunch of different pictures to different people. I think Eternia.
Did Eternia.
I saw one for Eternia.
Danny O, Troupas. I did Freedom Writers for when Frankie Payne was there.
Big.
Couple.
So are you like a sponsor of Big Ticket, or is this something Big Ticket kind of approached you and said?
It was kind of an
"Can you do
idea
this?"
that Chris came up with, I think, was that, like, to bring that element in. And somewhere in the discussion, we decided that, you know, we'd bring in a canvas, we'd, like, raffle it off, or people would buy tickets, and give it away kind of deal at the end of the day, stuff like that. So it was pretty popular. And then I think one or two events in, I decided that I'd start doing, like, promoting, like, the headliner type stuff. So
Okay.
Eternia came in, so we did an Eternia canvas, and then Trippers was the next month. So.
And how long does it take you to do a canvas? Like the one you did for Eternia, is that a day project, or is that?
I usually chip away. I usually chip away at my artwork, like over the month. I'll work away at it and stuff like that. But you know, fun. Like the Daniel one, I think I did like that day. Like the day before the event, I just like closed the door and was like, "This is what's up."
Huh. One thing I wouldn't mind doing is bringing you on to actually start a project and finish the project by the time a show's done.
Yeah.
Put you to a challenge, and then we'll give that artwork to somebody at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I'll even pay for it.
We did that a couple times. Not like brush painting, but when I was at college, at Georgian College, there was a promoter there at the bar, Big Trip, who's mutual friends with Phil Vibe and stuff like that. So he was running the show there. So what we do is we'd set up like 4x8 sheets of plywood on the patio.
Okay.
And then we'd paint graffiti live.
Oh man.
On the patio for the night, and then wrap like auction off the canvases or whatever. And I always gave mine away.
But you draw too, right?
I draw. I paint with brushes.
Okay. Yeah, maybe come up with like so that you're on stage at all times drawing.
Yeah.
While people are rapping around you.
Yeah.
Don't be stealing my fucking ideas, people. This is just me thinking outside of my head. But yeah, this is something I would love to do. Bring you on. You haven't come to the Saga Continues, but I know you're a supporter of shows.
Yeah.
And I've only thrown 2. So, but I would love to have you there and do something like that.
Yeah, it's tough for me to get out sometimes. Like I got a small child at home and stuff like that too.
How old?
2.5.
Wow. Mine's 2 and 2 months.
Taking over.
Big time.
It's tough.
Big
so
time.
With that, and then like just seems like everybody's throwing an event on the same day. It's like, hey, why aren't you coming? Stuff. So it's hard to juggle, but one of these days I'll be out.
Bomb.
I won't have a choice. I'll
just do it. Just do it, man. So you're not much of a rapper or stuff like that, but basically you've been active in the hip hop scene for how long now? Like, I guess Ill Vibe introduced you to it?
No.
Or you just...
I've been ahead forever. Like, it was 91, 92 when I got my first hip hop stuff. Like,
wow.
My first 3 tapes. Like, I don't know which order I got them in, but like my first tapes was like Straight Outta Compton, Fear of Black Planet, Tougher Than Leather.
So you liked the gutter hip hop, like
I got into West Coast hard.
Yeah. That's big. That's where it started with me too.
Like PE, I followed PE all the way through Run DMC, and then just somewhere along the line, I went crazy.
Yeah.
I had a really good job as a kid, and I didn't smoke cigarettes or weed or anything like that. I used to drink a little bit, but every week, every time I got my paycheck, I'd go buy like 3 or 5 tapes or cassettes, like, religiously. Like, I got cases and cases of CDs at home, and I just became like a hip hop hoarder. It's disgusting now.
So you've always you've always kind of been there, listening to it and absorbing it.
Yeah.
Living it. hip hop is 5 elements, right? And you basically cover one of them
Mhm.
with the tagging and stuff. You never really did the music end of it, but still, hip hop is, like I said, it consists of 5 elements. So to say he's not hip hop is bullshit.
I guess I really got into the Barrie scene. I really got into like 2001, 2002.
And
Just
how
for
long were you out there for?
6 years.
6 years. Okay. Dope.
And then like I got into just the friends I met out there, like LS, Jordy, DJ Skits, James from the lab, the studio up there, and just like
And these guys are still doing their thing.
yeah, like James runs the lab. Right now he's in Unity Market running that. Shane's still recording and performing. Skits is a DJ. Jordy's a producer slash DJ. Me and Legit go way back. Babylon Warchild.
Big.
Stuff like that. All the new kids do, like all the young guys that are coming up are just crazy stuff. So
They have a big scene out there. I still haven't been out to Barrie myself. Unity Market, I think, is
it's like the hub up there. Like Shane's really stepped up, and between like him and his tight knit group up there, they have a market base at the front, and then the back's the recording studio and stuff like that.
huge.
It's a really
It's
good,
a hustle
really
right
good
there.
studio up there, yeah. And it's just with that, like they've just really brought the scene together. When I was up there, it was kind of like split into 3 little sections. Like
Yeah.
dudes had beef with each other. When you tried to throw shows and shit would just
Always happen.
go crazy.
Yeah. We're trying to stay away from that, actually. We just found out, Simply Put, who helps host Saga Continues, longtime friend of his, actually murdered the morning before the show, but he just found out at the show. There's too much violence going on, man. Cut the beef. It's all bullshit. So, yeah, my condolences to Simply Put again. But we got to keep the violence away from the hip hop scene. It's causing. See, the way people see hip hop and view hip hop is in a negative way because they think it's aggressive music, that fights are always going to break out and stuff like that. Not always the case, especially now. I've never thrown a show where a fight has happened. At Saudi, there were no fights that happened.
I think over the whole tour, I think there was 1 or 2 instances, and it wasn't like a big beef broke out and they scrapped it up. I guess one of the guys got, choked that he lost and started some shit with Ailey or something.
Oh,
like
really?
That. Apparently, I'm just going.
Oh,
I don't know
man.
if it's a rumor or what, but there was that shit. But any of the ones that I was at, there was no problem.
No. And we're trying to keep that scene that way. We're trying to build that hip hop isn't the stereotype that everybody thinks it is.
Same with big ticket, like all the big ticket events that I was at. There's just
No
everybody
fights.
just chill, cool.
Everybody's there for the same purpose, to enjoy hip hop, a night of hip hop, mingle, network, stuff like that. We all have the same purpose. We all want to go to the same places, in hip hop and become number one. But we got to put all egos aside. Unite. That's the one thing that I got to say America has over Canadian hip hop is they're constantly showing love to themselves. We always are playing the American stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? We're not playing our stuff, which makes no fucking sense at all. It's like the stations are saying we don't exist.
Well, and the stations got requirements. Like a Canadian radio station has to play a certain amount of Canadian content,
Right.
but they're playing the same 3 songs.
Right.
Like it's just horseshit because everybody just stands for it. They just take it.
Which sucks. I mean, yeah, America does have a good entertainment system, but I've seen the Saudi shows, my shows, big ticket. There's so much talent in this city, and even outside of the city and the outskirts of the city. GTA, Ontario as a whole, we have so much talent.
There's a lot of American artists that show love to Canada too. Like they've been talking about KRS has bigged up Canada for years. Raekwon's always up here doing stuff.
Tech Nine.
Tech Nine. Onyx is big in the West Coast. Like 100 Mad out there. They got like Snack the
Ripper.
Signed to that. I think Mercury's just signed to that too as well. So.
And Onyx is coming back. I think they just dropped a new album.
Yeah, their new song is great.
Yeah, man, it's nasty. It's nasty.
Sticky's just crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
That dude just makes you want to
Hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Straight up. I mean, again, no violence, but man, this song just.
Like, that shit was different when we were younger at parties and stuff. There was just songs you didn't play in the club.
Yeah, absolutely.
You drop those songs and people just get hurt.
Super Thug. I remember that song when it first dropped in the club. I think I got like thrown to the floor at least 3 or 4 times by people just dancing around me and stuff. Like,
I think it was the Survival of the Illest Championships. Like, there was a group of us standing in the corner. It was like me and Jordy, the 40, and John Rowe and stuff. We're just standing there. They played like MOP, like
right away.
Annie Up, and then 1 or 2 songs. It was like LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out, and I was like,
wow,
oh my, these are gonna get fucked up.
Yeah,
like,
man, that's a huge transition.
You played those 2 songs like anywhere close to each other.
Yeah.
Party was over. Like, shit was busted.
So, what do you think about Canadian hip hop and the way it is right now? Like,
I love the way it is right now. Like, it's just seems like the talent is so good across the board. Like, there's so many good artists from everywhere, and it's so much easier to like, get out there. Like, you can listen to somebody from, BC or Calgary or something like that a lot easier than, 10 or 15 years ago. It was so tough. Like, there was like 6 or 7 main artists. Like,
yeah.
nobody knew anybody from the West Coast. It was like Swollen Members. Sweatshop.
Yeah.
Who else? Well, I don't know. You had to like physically go there and dig for stuff and stuff like that. And now it's easy. You just go on Reverb Nation.
There's tons.
You can go on. I don't know if it's Reverb Nation or the other one, but you can go on and search by city.
Oh, Reverb Nation, you can definitely do that. Yeah.
So you just search the city and you get all these guys.
But would you agree that we should be further ahead than we are?
On some levels, I think.
Or do you think we're fair at where we're at right now?
As far as musically, I think we're pretty good. But as far as like the record business,
yeah,
I still think we're way behind.
Way behind. I would fully agree with that.
I like to bring up Macklemore just because fucking everybody's gonna pitch fits and shit like that. But
Macklemore,
I've been following him. I stumbled across him like 2009, early 2009.
Okay.
I got into like his old stuff. Like a lot of people don't.
Like his mixtapes and shit.
His mixtapes, like Versus EP and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't even know that shit exists. And they just like straight rag on his fucking thrift shop shit. But like I stumbled across him. He tore shit up like Seattle and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't think anywhere gets that kind of turnout for shows like here. Like I don't know a single artist that draws as good as a lot of American artists that are independent like that.
Classified. I think Classified draws a massive crowd every time he goes. Decisive has about 200, at least 200 followers that are faithful to his shows.
Yeah. But Classified's like above
Class
that
is
line.
class.
He's above that line now. Like he's been
Totally.
signed a long time. He's got a lot of albums out. I'm talking like Macklemore pre-record deal. Like
Okay.
Independent grind.
Yeah.
You could say like Madchild's got a huge following, but they've been around forever too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Decisive has a big draw, but it's not like crazy amounts like that. Like even Evidence and like the whole Soul Assassin stuff, like in California, like people travel ever.
Tech Nine
to see that shit. Tech Nine's got a huge following.
Crazy.
And I don't know anybody. I don't know if it's the scene's fault or like the industry's fault up here. Why there's nobody really like that.
Yeah.
Here so much.
We got to change that somehow. I don't know if I want to get signed. I'm happy where I am at right now. I believe if you can fund yourself, there's no need to be signed by a label.
Yeah, you don't need a $50 million house.
No. What am I going to do with all that? That's a lot of cleaning that I don't need to do. But like I said, I'm comfortable. I can afford to live comfortably off of what I do.
Yeah, if you can do what you want. I think Ilvi was just saying that he's perfectly happy with like this amount of fame.
Ill Vibes killing it, man. Whether he jokes about being famous in his own right. He is like look at all the people he's worked with doing his videos. Um, his network is massive, massive, bigger than a lot of people's. Um,
And he gets to get up every day and he does what he wants.
he doesn't have to answer to anybody. He's his own boss, literally. And to me, that is famous. Really, if you what is famous? If you define famous, it's a lot of people know who you are, right? You have a good following. That's Illy, man. That's Illy. He's more famous than I think he gives himself credit for. Personally,
He's chasing that. He's chasing that MMVA. So.
He'll get it.
I think once he gets it,
He'll get it. He'll get it. Trust me.
It'll be a different
It's
story.
just a matter of time. It's not an if, it's a when for him. So
oh, now it's to the point where, oh, you don't have a video with him? It's just gonna be one of those must-haves.
crazy. I know I've got a couple idea videos that I'm coming with him that are going to be coming up soon. I haven't talked to him about it because I'm still working out all the details of it. But there are a couple tracks that I want to do videos for, so I'm coming at you, Illy. And I do want to get, like I said, on a show. There are some logos I want to do up. Where can people find you? Or do you have a thing for your artwork, like a?
Most of it's on my Facebook.
Okay. So your Facebook is www.facebook.com/
I believe so. Sage .msc maybe. If you search Sage I MSC, you should find me.
capital I MF
MS.
MSC.
Yeah.
That should be you.
Yeah. And then
Boom. If you need, sorry, go ahead.
on all the other stuff, it's at Sage's Beard, Twitter and Instagram. I'm the laziest Twitter guy ever.
At Sage's Beard. At Sage's Beard. That's it, right?
Yep.
Do you have a lot of your pictures posted on
Facebook,
on Instagram?
Right now, I'm just trying to separate what I put on Instagram, what I put on Facebook.
Okay.
A lot of people post everything they post gets posted all. Whatever I say on Instagram's on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. I'm trying to stay away from that so that if you want to see what I put on Instagram, you have to go to my Instagram and see.
Right.
There.
I'm the same way. I haven't synced them.
Yeah.
It
drives me crazy sometimes.
I feel
just
like or
twice.
somebody exactly, somebody posts something on Twitter and it shows up on the Facebook, the exact same message.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen with me. You've got to go to my Twitter if you want to see my Twitter. You got to go to my Facebook if you want to see my Facebook.
I'm working on a website, but it's slow.
When is that expected?
No idea.
There you go. But it's coming.
Yeah. I design and promote other people a lot better than I design and promote myself. So it's just
dope.
One of those things.
A website would be good because I know after this a lot of people are going to want to see what you do. So again, he does logos, he does tagging, he does custom clocks. What else do you do?
I do canvas.
Canvas.
I work in watercolor, acrylic oils, mixed media, stuff like that.
Murals.
Murals. I do murals. I do pretty much everything.
So if you want a wall or something or a big something decorated, he'll do it. You did like a tag of Sage. I remember seeing it a long time ago. It was like tag work and your name.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was really dope. So I think I want something like that for Riot Squad. But anyways, like I said, get out of him for any projects that you need, logos, stuff like that. He's a fair price. You're going to get a great product. Again, if you want to see some of his work, look him up on Facebook. I'm sure you've seen the Riot Squad design. Riot Studios design with the Riot Shield. He did that.
That shit was crazy. That's probably one of my favorites.
Man, this guy's crazy. He's sick with it. So, is there anything else you need to let the people know that you do?
No, I just chill and talk hip hop.
hip hop. What is the one group that you kind of grew up on and was like, yep, this is what sucked me into hip hop?
Grew up on?
Yeah, yeah.
If I had to narrow it down to one group, I'd probably have to say Souls of Mischief.
Big. For me, the very first hip hop song, and it wasn't even hip hop, rap at that point, Fat Boys, Wipeout.
Yeah.
Very first song I ever heard that was that kind of style, and then it just stemmed off from there to like Heavy D and Bismarcky.
The Biz.
Yeah, man.
Eric B. and Rakim in the early days. Like, it was just crazy.
That's where I come from. I don't know if that's where you come from, but for me, '90s hip hop was.
90s hip hop was pretty. That's golden age.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
'80s too, but I think '90s was where everything kind of changed.
early 90s was crazy. Like, that was when Nas came out. Pac really blew up.
Boot Camp Click.
You know, NWA broke up, went crazy.
Man, there was a lot of hate there, I remember. And then Dre became East Coast, and then Snoop Dogg followed and was under Master P.
He went with Master P, and Dre did that fucking The Firm flop.
Yeah, man. That was Nas, AZ, and Foxy, wasn't
Foxy,
it? Yeah, man.
Nature, I think, is in there somewhere, too.
Man. That's one crew, actually, now that you say Nature, that's one crew I would love to open for, is Naughty by Nature.
Yeah, man, Trenches.
Just
Crazy.
nasty with it.
Crazy.
I'm actually opening for Beatnuts.
That's nice.
Which is pretty dope at Rockpile. It's going to happen in April 17th or 19th.
Have you heard the Lick Nuts stuff?
No.
That's like the Alcoholics and the Beatnuts got together and did. I think they only did like 3 tracks.
That would be ill.
That would be, yeah, they're interesting tracks.
But very dope.
If you haven't heard that, you should look it up.
I never even knew that happened.
Yeah.
The biggest collab of artists, the last I heard, was KRS-One, Buckshot did an album.
Survival Skills, like 3 years ago.
Survival Skills. That's
Crazy
it,
album.
man.
Crazy album.
I still play that in my shower.
Yeah.
To this day.
Crazy.
Like, it's just a nasty album.
Another super group that was kind of formed for a very short time was the Mighty Pythons.
Never heard of them.
Farside and Hieroglyphics.
Farside is so sick. One of my favorites growing up.
They did like...
The Bizarre Ride was one of my favorite albums of all time.
I think they only did a couple tracks for like an EP because Fat Lip was crazy at that time. Shit.
Yeah.
But that's a couple cool tracks to check out.
So it was Hieroglyphics and Farside.
Yeah, like West Coast.
Crazy.
Crazy.
I gotta look that up. I never even knew that happened.
It would have been way cooler if they could have stuck it out and actually did an album. But there's a couple tracks out there from them. It's just.
And this is what I mean, man. He knows
awesome.
hip hop. He knows hip hop. He knows more about hip hop than I do. Guy's crazy.
Yeah, and I dig through like insane amounts of stuff. I'll just go on the internet and like download 50 mixtapes and stuff. I'll just throw them on my iPod or my phone and just.
You made a post that you were looking for mixtapes. And
Yeah, I'm always digging for that. I'm trying to get more into like Canadian or like specific regions at a time. Stuff like that. So like
did you cop the Mike Guts Freedom of Speech?
Yep.
Respects Specs Martin.
I haven't got that yet.
So good.
Specs
man.
is dope though.
Man, he's gonna be at my next show, March 21st. He's gonna be one of the artists performing. You gotta come see him. High energy group.
Yeah. Mike actually just hit me up about coming up to Paint the Park in the fall, which
Bomb.
is it started out this year will be the 11th year,
Okay.
and every summer we take over the skate park and we like whitewash it.
So you've done this before?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we whitewash it and we paint graffiti and the whole day, and like I did it the first year and then the city kind of strong armed me out of it for the next couple of years and stuff. The radio was there and shit. But last year,
Is this something you've put on? You put on specifically?
well, originally, it was me, the city of Barrie, and the McLaren Art Center out of Barrie. got together. I set it up, showed them how to run it, and they didn't like my attitude. Being a 21-year-old graffiti artist.
Fair enough.
It's a little abrasive at
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
So it kind of squeezed me out for the next couple of years, and I just took it. Like, it was just mine. Everybody knew it was mine and stuff still. But.
Yeah.
So we ran it. Last year was the 10th year, and they wanted to cancel it. So me and LS took it over. John Rowe came on board to help, and we told the radio to go fuck themselves. Just like
Dope.
live music. So it was like 10 a.m. till 7 p.m. outside concert. We shut that down, and then there was the after party. I think it was just another 5 hours.
Man.
So it's like 16 hours of music.
How the hell did I not hear about this?
Graffiti all day, and just like
I need to get out more,
party central.
obviously.
But yeah, like this year, I'm just starting to compile artists again like that stuff. So should be a good year.
I might know an artist that wants to
Wouldn't mind making the
take part
trip.
in it. But yeah, I never even knew that happened. That's really dope.
That was great. Like, C and Notion came from Montreal last year. Ill Vibe and Capital E was up there. These Nuts came. The whole Barrie, like Gusto, Please and Thanks was there.
Bomb.
There are a couple newer guys. Please and Thanks is dope.
So it pulls people in. It's
Yeah.
at a skate park, so people are actually skating around you, and
We shut down the park because
okay,
the way
okay.
the park's set up is, skaters get a little out of hand sometimes.
fair enough. Yeah, yeah.
Run into people and shit like that. Which I don't mind so
Can't
much.
be having that.
But
Yeah.
we get little kids, like we've had like 7 and 8 year olds there, like,
Oh
I
man.
want to paint graffiti.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, like stuff like that.
Very
So,
cool.
yeah, it's super fun. And there's the one drop in way up at the front corner. We just set up the DJ booth up there.
And that happens this summer?
This summer, we're looking at like July 19th or the following weekend. Right now,
Let me know. I'm gonna promo the hell out of that.
dealing with the city, like they just kind of.
You need
This
permits.
is the
obviously,
date I
and-
want. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
4 weeks later, they get back to you. Shit. like that.
Brutal.
So
Very dope.
yeah, it's gonna be super fun.
I like that.
Um,
Oh, we have some questions.
nice.
Beard is dope. Beard Gang. Yo, that's designer. This guy just got a radio show called Official Culture Radio.
Nice.
Really, really dope.
Official culture. They're sponsoring. They sponsor
They just sponsored my show.
your show. Yeah.
They just sponsored my show. Big shout outs to them. Stacy Brizzle, designer. The whole crew working behind the scenes. They're an awesome, they're international now. Started in the U.S. These guys are leading the Canadian branch, so they're playing a lot of Canadian
Nice.
music and stuff like that, giving us a lot of recognition over in the U.S. area too,
Oh, it's sick.
which is very dope. So if you want to reach out and do an interview with him, I'm sure he'd be down
I'm always down
to
to
get a
talk
radio
about
show.
Chill.
I think he deserves it.
Online radio shows are awesome. Like, I really got into like BBC radio
Yeah,
like a while ago and stuff like that. I'll just go through areas.
that's the British one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They got a lot of talent out in Britain.
Europe's crazy. Like, their scene over there is crazy. Like, just
Oh,
as
yeah.
far as working together and stuff like that. I imagine there's a lot of beef and stuff.
They like the EDM out there too. Like
Yeah.
dubstep's really big out there. The best DJs come from the UK, I believe, for EDM music. So yeah, that's dope.
Like, I dug through like UK hip hop for quite a while, and then I went to Australian hip hop. Then I came back, Polish hip hop, stuff like that, and just it's crazy. You can just learn stuff. Like
Polish hip hop.
Polish hip hop is crazy. The scene there is insane. And,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I got to look up some Polish hip hop.
Leroy is probably the first guy you should dig into. He was doing hip hop in Poland. Like, I think his first mixtape come out in like 80s, 82, 83. Like,
Yeah.
Did stuff with Ice-T, like some serious
Bomb.
shit. And my wife's actually Polish, so that's how I kind of got into it.
So does he rap in Polish or
Yeah.
he does any English?
No, not that I know. And
Cool.
which is cool because Like Mississauga's got Polish hip hop acts here,
Yeah. I've heard.
and crazy. Like
There's a couple people I'm supposed to reach out to, which I will be.
they have a. It's crazy. They have a pretty big following. Like here, they have like the Polish people will get into it, right, and then back home,
Yeah.
following is just crazy and stuff like that. So
Maybe we need to take a trip to Poland.
yes, I keep hearing that. I'm going. Who wants to come?
Yeah, exactly. I definitely want to do some traveling. Do shows in different places. I can't really cross into the U.S. right now. I may have done some foul shit back in the day that doesn't allow me to travel there. But there's ways around. I can go to other countries and stuff and just kind of work around you, U.S. people. But I do want to come there, but I just can't.
UK.
UK, I
Do
can
hip
go.
Do hip hop. You got to go to Europe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like everybody's been doing that. I watched this
Have you been out that way?
Europe. No,
Yeah.
not yet. I was watching an interview with KRS. He's like just sitting backstage, and he does like this hour interview, and then he's just like right at the end, he just looks back like this. Oh, it's my turn. Okay. See, gets up, goes on stage. Like just
Damn.
like he was Switzerland or something like that, and he was just going on about how the scene there has always been so awesome, like so
So much love.
supportive and stuff like that. That's why, like, I'm an asshole on Facebook. Like, I stick my nose into stupid shit all the time, like the whites in hip hop
Yeah.
roles,
Play devil's
this
advocate.
and that. But it's true. Like a lot of old artists from back then, like ask Chuck, ask KRS, ask them guys. Like they're like, oh, white people are visitors in hip hop. That's fine. I was like, but the majority of shows were all white people. Like
Yeah.
all these artists are going to Europe to do tours. Where like Switzerland. Switzerland is like a huge supporter of hip hop.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So like we all came together
Right.
and stuff like that. And I just like talking shit. And like
Man, there's a lot of artists that make comments about the amount of white people involved in hip hop now. Lauryn Hill, I remember she made a comment when she came to Toronto that if there were so many white people in the crowd, she would have never done the show, knowing that there was. And it's kind of whack, man. It's kind of whack to say something like that. I mean, I don't think hip hop has anything to do with color.
I went through
It's
years.
what you grew up. It's what you grow up in. It's the environment and like the hood stories and stuff like that. It's not skin color.
I look at it as more of a social class kind of setting more so than color and race. Because like, if you look at it, there's black, like the black people and the Hispanic people in the suburbs in New York where it started were this and that.
Yeah.
There was white people there too. There was
Brooklyn.
broke
Oh, yeah.
as fuck white people too.
Absolutely.
That were living in the same buildings,
Yeah.
doing the same shit. Like the Irish got shit on.
Big time.
Like heavy and stuff like that. So I don't get pissed off about it. I just talk shit
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So, just to,
He just voiced his opinion. He's got a voice. He
hey,
uses it.
if I can make you think of something or look at something a little bit different, then I've succeeded.
Yeah,
Like, you don't have to
absolutely.
agree with me. We don't have to, But
Be friends.
I talk shit like that's not your culture. Well, KRS took it
Whatever.
to
Yeah.
KRS took it to NATO in 2002, and it became a universal culture.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is.
It is what it is, man. Like,
But I just love the scene. Like the scene's gone crazy. Like so many people are doing it now. Like it's too hard to be like you can't do it. It's crazy. Like graffiti's done by everybody. Like
I can't draw worth a lick. Stickman,
Stickman
Maybe.
for dance.
maybe.
Nice. But
Even that, my lines are all like fucking wiggly and shit. It's just
DJs, like it's crazy. It's good. Well, I just like how everybody's networking a lot more now. And everybody's open to do tracks with each other, projects with each other.
that's honestly one thing, man. The network that we have going on in the GTA is huge, huge. But I would have to say, still, it's very hard to gain a fan in Toronto. For some reason, like they call it the Screwface Capital,
Yeah.
and it's literally it is that. It's very hard to gain a fan in Toronto. I've done I don't know how many performances, but there's some shows where you get a lot of love too. But Mississauga, I would have to say, has really come together. There's no beefs in Mississauga whatsoever when it comes to artists. The love you get in Saga is crazy. You've got to come to a show in Saga, whether it's got bars. Now has a huge following. Actually, they just got in the newspaper.
Yeah, I seen the post. I didn't get a chance to dig in and read it.
Got Bars got in the Mississauga News promoting their event, which was massive.
Has the championships come up yet, or is that coming?
It's coming. The championships are coming. You should roll through. Man, I've been to 2 out of the 3 events now.
I'm
Unreal.
just starting to get back into the battle scene stuff.
Oh, man. Did you do King of the Dot? Were you involved in that?
No, a couple of buddies of mine did some painting for them, like Globe did some painting for them. I'm not too sure who else, stuff like that. A couple guys out west, but through some people, I got approached like way back to do some stuff, and I just never got around to it, I guess.
King of the Dot's huge now.
Yeah,
I remember,
giant.
man, they started like rapping in parks and shit.
Yeah, alleyways.
Yeah,
and
alleyways and parks
shit,
and
organics. And
now
beast,
it's
man.
holy man, pay-per-view. Big shout outs, King of the Dot.
It's really cool. Like I followed it pretty heavy there for a while, and then, around I guess it was Arcane Disaster Battle, where all the shit came out about them buying bars and this and that.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was right around that time where I just got it seemed like everybody was like, battle rap was an excuse for me to like snitch on you. Like I'm gonna find out as much stupid shit
Dig
as I can
dirt.
find about you, and then I'm just gonna air it all out.
Yeah, yeah.
And everybody was cool with it. I was just like,
wow.
It went from
You went there. Yeah.
It went from like, your mom's got an afro and a chin strap to like, you did this shit. You did this shit. Like,
yeah.
I was just like, fuck that.
Airing out everybody's dirty laundry and
It's
shit.
crazy.
And
like,
I'm the type of person, I give a lot of respect to battle artists because I don't know how you're not swinging on that person. I know it's respect at the end of the day, but there's some shit that gets said in some of these battles where it gets uber personal. And I don't know if I'd be able to handle that.
Yeah, no way.
I'm a very personable person, or personal person. Most people didn't even know I had a son. I just released that recently because I wanted to keep my family life kind of separate from what I do.
Yeah. I didn't come from that. I came from like, I'm gonna come see you. Like, I'm gonna show up at your house with shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it would
crazy
take every ounce of strength in me not to bitch slap the person that's fucking saying all these nasty things about me. So big ups to everybody that does battle rap straight up. Got Bars is a huge. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. I knew it would succeed, but the last turnout at this Got Bars, crazy man, and the crowd's so live. The artists are amazing.
Yeah, I caught some of that on YouTube stuff. Like that.
Oh yeah, they got videos out now. Are you West End?
I'm
East.
Scarborough.
Scarborough,
About as far east in Scarborough as you can get.
like zoo.
Like yeah, like,
You're petting giraffes in your backyard and
yeah,
shit.
like Nielsen 401, like Melbourne.
Wow.
Area, like
Okay. Huge. Well, Redman is coming March
Rock
28th.
right?
Are you going to be there?
You never know.
It's my birthday. So I'm going to get my drink on,
That's a nice spot.
smoke on. Yeah, it used to be Rumors, I think.
Rumors, yeah, back when shit was crazy.
Yeah. So I know they're trying to build the scene up there, so should definitely get there.
Yeah, they've had some cool shows out there. Like, I think they had Mad Child and Slain out there, and they've had.
Oh, wait a minute. BBC is Tony Sloth?
Maybe now. I don't know. I used to watch. I don't know.
That's designer saying Tony Sloth. His Facebook doesn't work. Oh, okay. So I must have typed his Facebook wrong. Okay, it says here, we have Rum Nitty on Body Bag Radio tomorrow night at 9 p.m. on the officialcultureradio.com. If you want to check out what they do, like I was saying, he could probably interview you.
Nice.
That's the show right there. Official Culture, Radio Culture with a K.
Did you put a link in there?
Yep.
Yes.
I have the link also, so I'll share it on your Facebook. Okay, and it says here we have Rum Nitty. Okay, yeah, I just read that. Hosted by Bonnie Godiva. Oh, she's she used to battle rap. Bonnie Godiva, I believe. She used to be a battle rap artist.
There needs to be more chicks.
Absolutely, and that's one thing I got to give props to Got Bars. There's going to be a girl battling at
Girl on girl or like
girl versus guy, I believe.
See, I seen some of that shit out west, and it was
It gets ugly,
fucking pretty.
We want Got Bars wants more girls to come out and say they want to battle. If a girl even mentions they want to battle, you've got a spot. Let's just put it that way. If you honestly want to battle rap, you've got a spot on Got Bars. Just holler at Matt Fata, Mr. Saga, I think it is, on Facebook. He's pretty much the only Fata you're gonna find.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. And he says, "Yeah, I can't find him either." Fucking guy. Learn to use a computer, man. Just playing.
I'm a lazy fuck. I should know what I should know what that.
I'm
link
gonna
is.
put a link, Sage, Official Culture Radio, so you guys can figure out an interview time or something like that.
My phone's laggy as shit, or I'd have it.
You know, you're on Android? I feel your pain, brother. This thing just...
And on my wind, like I recently told Rogers to go fuck himself. It's just
That's who I'm with.
fucking hate that guy.
Worst customer service ever.
They used to be cool because you could just fucking like strong arm them into giving you fucking discounts and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like now they're just like no.
They
fuck
don't
you,
give a shit.
fuck you, I don't care. So I was like, sweet, fuck you.
Oh, yeah. Who are you with now, Bell?
Wind.
Wind. Yeah, I heard Virgin sucks, too.
Virgin's owned by Bell, so they're not too bad. But Wind's fine as long as you don't leave the city. Leave the city, you're fucked.
Great. So, yeah, just stay in Toronto.
Yeah.
Forever.
That's
You're
why.
good.
That's why I told everybody like a couple weeks ago. I was like, I'm on vacation.
Oh, okay.
I'm not on vacation. I'm just out of the city, and you fuckers can't get a hold of me. So.
I was so fucked up. I'm like, I'm going through Facebook. I think a few days had passed by. I didn't see your post that you weren't around.
Mm.
And I'm like, yo, my Facebook timeline's missing something.
Yeah.
It's missing something. Like,
I'm usually gating off about something.
yeah.
Stuff.
I'm like,
But
Sage, shit.
I'm not up there with. There's a couple guys. Ill Vibe and a couple guys are just.
Yo, he'll drain your
All
phone
over
battery
that shit.
quick.
We were walking one day, like down the street. We're doing some shit. Fucking kept pulling my phone. I'm like, dude, when the fuck did you post this? Like, I'm walking with him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when did you post this? He's just like, you still have my notifications on? He's like, you're crazy. He's like, that shit will kill your battery.
Don't ever like a post by him because your battery will die in like 10 minutes. Just like all of a sudden like mine whistles. I'm like, holy shit. Turn my phone off.
It is
when
pretty
I-
dope, though, because every time he mentions my name, I get 6 new friends. So,
It's true. He's got a massive network, man, and like a true following.
see, that's got to be some kind of famous. Like,
For sure it is. For sure it is. So, yo, you got to hear Sage, get to know him a bit. Obviously, you can see he knows his hip hop. Get at him. Get at him for any logos.
artwork in general.
Artwork in general. Graphic to hand drawn.
I would rather paint than do graphic design, like paintings and artwork and drawings.
With
and shit like
canvas
that,
and stuff like
canvas.
that.
But I do graphic design because I like to eat.
Absolutely.
And it's cool seeing shit on banners and posters.
Yeah, of course,
Shit
of
all
course.
the time, which is super cool.
Which I'm going to be getting at a logo, or sorry, a banner. I think, yeah, Lena, big ass long name. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. But I will put a link to her banner stuff too. Ha! Designer laughing at me. Fucking guy. So, yo, we're going to sign off. But I'm going to be sharing this with everybody. So get at Sage Sage's Beard, at Sage's Beard is his Instagram and his Twitter. And Facebook, man, all you got to do is go to my timeline and you'll see something Sage.
Yeah, my Facebook's Sage space capital I space MSC.
Okay, let's try this.
So if you search that shit, you should be able to find it.
www.facebook. We're going to try this again. Facebook.com.
But I don't know what that link is.
Sage.
Yeah.
What was it?
I.
MSC.
MSC. But there was no dots?
I don't know. Facebook's all fucked up how they link you with stuff.
Okay, so you know what I'm going to do? Type in Facebook, people, and then
Yeah, go there
look
right
for
now.
Sage.
Go there right now. Go up to the top. Put in Sage MSC.
Look for
What?
Sage MSC.
And then you should see the beard, and you're good to go.
There you have it. Go to Facebook, Sage IMSC. You're going to find him. So, this is Kush McLeod, Sage, signing off. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you next week. Peace.